Hello, this is the Midday News. Thanks for joining us. The National Department of Health has confirmed that the recent Nipah virus cases reported in India do not pose an immediate threat to Papua New Guinea at this stage. On 26 January 2026, India notified the World Health Organization through an international health regulation notification about 2 confirmed Nipah virus cases in West Bengal. Both patients were healthcare workers who were quickly identified and isolated, and extensive contact tracing has found no secondary case to date. World Health Organization has assessed the risk of international spread, including PNG, as low and has not recommended any travel or trade restrictions. Prime Minister James Marape has announced cabinet approval of a comprehensive national education reform program backed by a long-term funding structure that will transform Papua New Guinea's education system from 2026 to 2035.
The government has endorsed a major investment framework valued at more than 11 billion kina to support education infrastructure, teacher development, curriculum reform, and system-wide quality improvements, aligned with the government's broader Connect PNG development agenda. The Prime Minister said the government has approved a historic and long-term funding structure for education because investing in education is investing in the future of Papua New Guinea. The reforms will run from 2026 through to 2035 before the nation turns 60 and are designed to restore integrity, rebuild quality, and ensure every child has access to education in safe, modern, well-resourced learning environments. Prime Minister Marape said the reforms represent a complete and holistic overhaul of the national education system, covering early childhood education, secondary education, curriculum review and delivery, infrastructure expansion. The government's vision is to ensure no child is left behind with education pathways that allow every student to progress continuously from early childhood through to grade 12. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
Marianville Secondary School in the National Capital District has entered a new era of digital excellence following a 400,000 kina investment in the information and communication technology infrastructure and equipment. The milestone was made possible through PNG Data Co's community service obligation initiatives, which provided both funding support and technical installation of the new system.
The project provides a comprehensive technological overhaul designed to enhance teaching, learning, and digital access across the entire campus. The donation from PNG Data Co was made on Friday, January 30, and included desktop computers, laptops, wireless access points, and Lenovo Idea hubs. These resources have been deployed across the junior and senior computer labs, staff offices for heads of departments, the Teachers Resource Room, and conference and TV rooms. PNG Data Corps Chief Executive Officer Paul Comboy highlights the importance of their contribution to raising the standard of ICT in the school.
This school is not just an academic institution, it is a national treasure. Constantly ranking among the very best in PNG, you have proven that an all-girls school is a powerhouse of intellect, discipline, and excellence. But the world has changed. I think we all know that now. The tools for leadership, innovation have evolved. These laboratories are more than rooms with computers. They are gateways.
Marianville was established in 1966 by the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Sisters. It was founded as a Catholic girls' school with a mission to provide high-quality education and spiritual formation at a time when opportunities for young women were limited. The school is synonymous with academic excellence, frequently ranking as one of the top-performing institutions. Marineville Principal Sister Frida Saura thanked PNG Data Corps' contribution to the school.
Especially for students who are at this age, they are more than willing to learn. But we didn't have this kind of equipments with us. But with DataCo giving us these things, it will be able to enhance students' learning. And the students are very excited. I'm sure they're looking forward to learn from what has been given. And with in service from DataCo personnel, they will be able to handle the equipments themselves instead of teachers having to be at the back pushing them to learn as well as how to handle the equipments. I'd like to thank DataCo for their support and contribution to Marineville Secondary School, and we will be forever grateful for what they have given us.
Comboy said the digital hub represents a bridge between institutions dedicated to excellence and a personal commitment to give back to the educational institution that shapes the nation.
Employers are not just looking for graduates, they are desperately seeking candidates with IT and digital competency to drive efficiency, productivity across all sectors of the economy. These labs will also be the training ground for the vital soft skills that define true leaders: a disciplined mindset, confident communication, negotiation, collaborative networking, and the resilience to solve complex problems. Let these laboratories be where your academic excellence meets digital mastery, producing the next generation of PNG leaders, entrepreneurs, and nation builders.
PNG Data Corps community service obligation initiatives are critical to ensuring that the benefits of the national broadband network reach beyond commercial centers and into social sectors with a primary focus on education, health, and government administration. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
St. Peter's Vocational School in Inawabi Village, Mekeo LLG, has received 100,000 kina from the Kairuku District Development Authority to support vocational training and skills development. The funding was presented on January 27th by Energy Minister and Kairuku MP Peter Iso-Aimo, who said education remains a strong pillar of development in the district. He explained that the support will help improve school facilities, strengthen training programs, and enhance practical skills training for students across Kairuku. Minister Iso-Aimo highlighted the growing importance of vocational education, especially with the progress of the Papua LNG project in neighboring Gulf province. He said youths must be trained and ready to take up job opportunities linked to major developments. As 2026 begins, Gordon's Market in Port Moresby is once again blooming with colors. Every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, mothers from the outskirts of city, especially Sogeri, and mothers from the highlands, particularly Goroka, arrived with fresh cut flowers. These vibrant stalks are more than a weekend tradition. They are the livelihood of the women who travel long distances to keep the city in bloom and make ends meet.
As 2026 begins, Gordon's Market bursts into colors. It's Friday, Saturday and Sundays. The flower mothers, journeying from Goroka, Sogeri and the outskirts of Port Moresby, arrive with fresh cut blooms very early in the morning, carrying not just petals, but the weight of daily survival. The flowers brighten Gordon's Market, church, pulpits, ceremonies and homes, yet behind every bouquets lies a story of sustenance, resilience, and a hope for the year ahead. Before the sun rises, Gordon's Market is already awake. Its aisles growing faintly as mothers arrive from the outskirts of Port Moresby and the highlands with fresh blooms in hand. In the chill of dawn, they set out flowers that carry more than beauty, they carry survival. Each weekend, these women move with quiet pride, their hands confident as they sort through bundles of bright, pressed stems, helibias, way past dripping umbrellas, and wet concrete drawn by fragrance, color, and the promise of a perfect bouquet. Amid soft laughter, the rustle of petals, and the steady rhythm of trade, a deeper story unfolds, one of resilience. Its thoughts ginger to everlasting blooms from Mount William. Gordon's Market is the hub for fresh flowers in the capital. Smallholder growers, mostly mothers, make the journey from rural gardens to the city, sustaining families through their sales. Many of these flowers also supply Port Moresby's florists, ensuring that weddings, church services, and office spaces bloom with color, dignity, and joy. At Gordon's Market, flowers are more than decorations. They are a lifeline for families and a gift of beauty for the city. Joanna Pile, TVWAN News.
Educators at Don Bosco Technical School in Gabotu are raising concerns over the growing impact of smartphone use on students, warning that poor digital discipline is affecting learning and behavior. Salesian priest and educator Father Ambrose Pereira, SDB, says many parents want the best for their children, but are often unaware of the digital environment influencing their daily lives. He notes that while young people in Papua New Guinea are intelligent and creative, excessive mobile phone use can disrupt routine, sleep and focus. Educators says responsible parenting and guided digital use are now essential in protecting children's future. A dust storm has swept over outback New South Wales, creating a wall of red earth. The meteorological phenomenon beat Broken Hill yesterday after a prolonged heat wave across parts of South Australia, New South Wales and Victoria, which has seen even more records tumble.
Thick orange blanket swallows the township of Broken Hill and neighbouring communities.
The wind was picking up and looked up and there was a pinky reddish tinge on the horizon, which always means a dust storm. So being a photographer, I thought, oh well, any opportunity.
The eerie weather event hit yesterday evening and continued east for more than 100 kilometres.
Anyway, I didn't get very far. I only got a couple hundred metres up the road and it completely engulfed me. It rolled over the top of me and I had to pull off the road because I couldn't see a thing in front of me.
The dust storm was caused by strong winds, dry soil and low moisture in the atmosphere, leaving residents with a tedious clean-up ahead.
You can close doors and windows and things like that. The dust still manages to get in.
With parts of South Australia, New South Wales and Victoria sweltering through a heatwave over the past week, cooler weather